All right, what is good, people? Woo! Caffeine's kicking in, babes. Mm. My name is Zach. Welcome to Audibly Chill. I run this channel called Audibly Dumb. I like music and guitars and really dope people and apparently teal and pink. I use it a lot. I don't really know what I'm doing here. The whole live stream thing. I just want to connect with people. I get a few views here and there, and a lot of you people are pretty sick. Yo, what is good? How you doing, dude? Thank you so very much for joining so early. You're the first one. Are you slamming coffee too? My legs are shaking, guy. Mm. So today, I'm not going to keep this like super orchestrated here, but I was informed that I'm going to NAMM in January. That's super sick. The guys at Flipside Music, they're really cool, man. They're cool guys. They're over in Denver, local store. They're like, dude, you want to go to NAMM? Said, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to afford the plane ticket or the hotel or, food, but I'll figure it out, bro. Let's go. So we're going to talk about that a bit today. I want to talk about Telecasters, dude. Um, for whatever reason, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a lot of footage for you guys. I'm not just gonna get content for the sake of content at NAMM. People are like, they film for hours and hours and hours, like, oh, dude, look at all these companies. I'm just trying to meet dope people, cruise around, see what kind of gear is in the world, and I'll make it as fun as I possibly can for you guys. I'll do as much content as I can about NAMM without it being annoying. Um, but I want to talk about Telecasters too, just because, firstly, for those of you that don't know, this is Morrison. Morrison is a 2019 Sir Classic T, and maybe the best guitar I've ever played. I've owned Morrison for 3 years, 4 years, something like that. I play him 98% of the time if I'm not doing a gear video. This is generally what I play. I've got Seymour Duncans in it. I definitely did that. This is a quarter pounder. And this is a Pearly Gates. And it just does everything. Tone right now. I don't know if you can see that. That is a Rev G20. I'm doing a video on that amp for next week. It sounds killer. This is the clean channel. Reverb from the Helix, and then this delay is a tape echo coming from the Strymon EC1. I love that spacey shit. The middle position here, tone rolled back a little bit. It just, that whole scape of things, unbelievable. Cheers, thank you. Yeah, I can't really get enough of it. I got a lot of delays in the Helix that I use often, but this Strymon EC1 going through the front of this amp, it really does the old tape sound thing just incredibly well. That's a super long. If I get that repeats shortened a little bit, let's see. I want a little more repeats than that. There you go. Speed it up. How's the volume right now? Is it a little low? Well, we'll turn it up a bit. Why not? Well, but yeah, dude, Telecasters, right? I think even now, a lot of people view Telecasters. They're like, they sound thin. The volume's good. Hell yeah, perfect. I'm not processing this through anything. This is just my camera picking it up. So I'm glad to hear the volume's good. But like I used to own so many different types of guitars, Les Pauls, Strats. I do have one Strat over here, but 335s, 339s. I've owned a shit ton of gear. At one point I bought, I'm trying to make a video about this actually. I've got a long form script that I'm working on. Um I bought a 1960 custom shop Telly. And like it just did everything. I didn't change the pickups or nothing. It did Iron Feet. Dude, I know exactly who you are. Thank you so much. You have been with this channel for a long time, and I really appreciate you. I've got a list of channels of people that came in super early and were engaging, and I really appreciate you. Your name is on there, just so you know. I'm still a very, very young channel. I make absolutely no money at all from any of this. So, but once all of this starts going, like I promise, I will make sure that the OGs are taken care of. Every single one of you guys rock. But that 1960 my guitar is a Les Paul, the bridge plucky sound, Tunematic bridge. I will hand that to you. The Tunematic bridge, I didn't play one for years. I these videos that I do with Flipside Music, a lot of the guitars I've taken have had the Tunematic bridge. That spot, so like I rest my hand towards the bridge here. That spot in between the two pieces where you can rest your wrist may be the most comfortable bridge position of all time. Like straight up. You can like get really chunky with it, but then it doesn't really take much adjustment at all to kind of get more flow. I don't sweep pick or anything like that. Subpar guitar player, but I really, really enjoy the Tunematic. I kind of want to do like a mahogany telly body with just a dog ear P90 in the bridge and a Tunematic. It's worth the back pain. Heard that. Another pro of the telly, by the way. Why do I like telly so much? Well, that 19, I keep getting off track. Please feel free to pull me back on track. That custom shop that I bought years and years ago, I just really quickly realized that it did everything. Like I literally was not playing my other instruments at all. Strats, Les Pauls, you name it. I just found myself going for that telly because for beautiful tones, like more like well, this kind of spacey tone I've got here. The middle position. Now this one does have a humbucker in the neck. This is a Seymour Duncan quarter pounder, so it is a telly pickup, but it kind of has a P90 punch to it. But middle position with more delicate tones. I'm aware that playing doesn't demonstrate a single thing, but there's something about the way the telly bridge pickup interacts with other pickups. By itself, it rocks. Ooh, by the way, this may get a little loud and I'm sorry, but oh, just the bridge pickup, the distorted channel on this rev. Is it possible to play guitar using the thumb replacing the pick? Look up Richie Kotzen from the band Winery Dogs. That dude plays wicked solos with using a lot of his thumb. What's his name? Matteo Mancuso? I think that's his name. Yes, you do not have to play with a pick. Jared James Nichols. You can find Sup Nerd. Thank you so much for coming. You can find lots of players out there, not just classical, but also rock players that play with using a lot of their thumb. Really, really cool stuff. Thank you to everybody who just joined. Welcome on in. Talking about tellies. By itself, the way a telly bridge pickup cuts through. And again, this is kind of a bastardized telly bridge pickup just because it's got quarter-inch slugs in it. It's the quarter pounder from Seymour Duncan, but still has that tone. the base plate on the bottom, the way it's fixed to the bridge. I don't know the alchemy behind guitars. I just know that when you've got a good distorted tone on that bridge pickup, the shit rocks. It just does. Cuts through, great in a mix. Love it, love it, love it. And the way that pickup interacts with other pickups, again, it just does something that nothing else does. They're generally lightweight. This one's just under 8 pounds. And then, not to mention, so companies like Sir, yes, I'm aware this guitar is kind of expensive. I bought it when I was doing a much different profession. But also, fun fact, this guitar was played live at Red Rocks Amphitheater. I made this purchase. What was the first riff you learned by ear? I made this purchase from a guy who works at Red Rocks Amphitheater. And the reason why I named this guitar Morrison is because Red Rocks is located in Morrison, Colorado. So I'm never going to sell it. This is mine forever. I love it. 12 to 16-inch compound radius. The neck is butter. I just feel like Fender type instruments, um, they're more accessible to a lot of people, friendlier necks, and you can make them rock if you want to. So Telly's beyond bomb. Let me get caught up here. I love my Telly. Secondary guitar in drop C sharp, and my Les Paul's half a step down. Drop C sharp. That's super sick. Do you listen to Blackstone Cherry at all? Blackstone Cherry is like a southern rock band that'll play drop C sharp, drop B. Uh, and the guitar player, Chris Robertson, plays a lot of tellies. Wicked good player. They're coming to Denver 5 days before my birthday, so I'm going to go to that show. The first riff that I learned by ear, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know because I played guitar for 13 years. I can tell you that the first real riff was the opening to Life by the Drop by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't think I learned it by ear though. I think I used Ultimate Tab or whatever. Ultimate Tab's been around for a long time, by the way. Master of Puppets was yours. That's a crazy first one to get into, but I totally understand. People talk shit about Metallica, dude. I don't get it. Like, I went and saw Metallica. To be fair, my favorite part of the show was Pantera opening, but the people that are like, Kirk Hammett sucks, it's like, that's cool. He doesn't, though. Like, I mean, it's so funny when people look at like legendary icons like they suck. Like, fuck you, dude. You wish you were doing that. All he does is use wah. Yes, he does. Every solo uses wah for 75,000 people a night. Don't hate the player, hate the game, dude. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but that's how I feel. This caffeine is crushing me right now. Holy shit. 2.5 months into playing. You got to have the wah. Dude, I love wah. So, like, a lot of my tones you'll hear in my videos come from my Helix. I have a Vox wah going into the Helix. Like, I don't use it all that often, but when I do, it's super sick. Um, if you've only been playing for 2.5 months, you're snagging Master of Puppets. That's pretty sick. I can tell you, like, enjoy the journey, bro, Chacho. Enjoy the playing journey. And fuck everybody else. Like, learn stuff that you want to play from artists that you really really enjoy. You'll hear people say like, don't worry about playing a bunch of scales and stuff. As time goes on, just learn everything you want to learn. Become the player you want to be. That whole thing, you know? Have fun with it. That's the whole point of this, is to have fun, dude. Like, it's so funny when people try to make playing music bigger than that. Just have a fantastic time and enjoy the gear, enjoy the songs, enjoy bands, enjoy all of it. Music is the greatest thing ever. Two guitars are Schecter Diamond Series and a Fender Bullet. Dude, people sleep on the Fender Bullets, bro. I know some pro players in town that use Fender Bullets, and it's like, yeah, they're not that expensive, but like with anything else, if you get a good one, like, they're decently affordable and they are players. Alice in Chains, Metallica, Weezer, White Stripes. Dude, Earlier this year, I went and saw Jack White in Denver. That guy is one of like the last remaining rock stars, bro. It really felt like I was watching a rock and roll icon. Do you know what I mean? Anybody here ever seen the White Stripes or Jack White live? Yeah, it was just like a rock show, but dude, it was fire. I had such a good time. He played Mission Ballroom in Denver. Fits like 4,500 people, I think. Good sized crowd, not super big, but not really small. Great energy. The one thing I will say about Jack White, like his company that makes all the pedals, um, they only sound like Jack White. I've done the whole third man audio rabbit hole thing with Jack White pedals. You can't play them and not sound like Jack White. uh, oh man, I was gonna put on an octave and try to do a Jack White impression, but my Helix is going through the effects loop of that amp right there. What does an octave sound like through the effects loop of an amp? We're just gonna turn that off, pretend that didn't happen. That amp just farted on this podcast. Not a podcast, it's a live stream. I'm not a podcaster. Do I look like Joe Rogan? Nah, dude, I have hair. Timeless Bricks, this guy. You comment a lot, dog. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What's up, nerd? Just realized there are Jack Black and a Jack White in rock and metal. Hell yeah, there are. Absolutely. Now, here's another question. Anybody in here? I don't like to compare bands. Jack White / White Stripes, Black Keys. That's always a conversation. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like me some Black Keys. Not the recent stuff. The recent stuff definitely feels like radio friendly. Go back to like '06. What was that album? Magic Potion. Look up Magic Potion by the Black Keys. That's when they were just a two piece. Fire, fire, fire. Absolutely fire. Oh man, Kickapoo. That's a great song. Somebody who knows Magic Potion. Hell yeah. That is such a good album. That might be my favorite Black Keys album. They weren't rich yet, I don't think. And they were just like, how can we make can you play any Slipknot or not? No. Honestly, I was never a big Slipknot fan, which I'm 30, right? So for somebody my age, not a good thing. Like you're supposed to be a Slipknot fan if you're my age. I will say not a similar genre, but of that same time frame, I was more of like an Avenged Sevenfold fan. I really liked Avenged Sevenfold back in the day. Fantastic band. Opinion about scalloped frets. I've played them. I suck on regular frets, so I don't yeah, I don't mess with scalloped frets just because I'm not there as a person. But I mean, a lot of my favorite players, like you look at Ingve, what he does with scalloped frets, that's cool. Billy Sheehan, the bass player from Winery Dogs, he has scalloped frets only up here. It's like the top 5 frets or whatever on his bass. He was in Mr. Big, Winery Dogs. He did a project with David Lee Roth. Billy Sheehan's fire. Classic vibe and a word I don't know. Tight. Classic Vibe's a good guitar. Fender Classic Vibe, what up? Classic Vibe Squire versus Player 2 Telly. So I am going to say that the Player 2 stuff, not my bag. The Guitar Center by my house, every Player 2 Telly at one point and Strat, the pick guard bubbled up. It was really crazy. I think Classic Vibe is a better value than a Player 2, even though it's made in like China or whatever, and the Player 2 is in what, Ensenada? Is that what it is? One way to show. Hey, in all fairness, right? I'm 30. Most of Billy Sheehan's biggest spots in his career were before my time, right? When did To Be With You come out with Mr. Big? Was I even born yet? P90s or humbuckers? Mini Guitar Society. I do need to check you on this though. Are we a Billy Sheehan fan or not? Because that dude, as a bass player, the four finger picking thing, unreal. 50s, 60s, or 70s. I am more a fan of the 60s type of thing. Um, P90s or humbuckers, I don't really know, dude. I love P90s. P90s are sick. Little more output than like Strats and stuff, but not quite a humbucker. But that being said, like I think it just depends on what you're doing, man. It really does. Nothing cuts like a P90 while still being good and fat, but a humbucker is just a hum. That's why I have this humbucker in the neck. This Pearly Gates from Seymour Duncan, fire. But yeah, for classic vibe, I would go 60s, 50s, a little lower output for me, and 70s, just not my bag. Sit and watch Stranger Things. Iron Feet. I am actually watching Stranger Things myself with my wife, getting caught up because it's been 1900 years since the last season. These fucking kids are fighting arthritis right now. Forget Vecna. These people are fighting diabetes. They're so old. It's crazy. Um, let's see. The Fender Standard Series made who really care about having the Fender logo on the headstock. I agree, dude. Jason Milo. What is up, dude? Uh talking to everybody. Let's see. Talking to everybody here. Jason's the only guy I know in real life. Jason's a cool guy. Jazzmaster or Telly? Spoilers? The arthritis thing was a joke. Calm down. None of the kids have arthritis. They don't have gout, I don't think. It's been a couple years, but something tells me they're fine. None of them qualify for AARP yet, so let's just calm down, okay? I didn't spoil anything in that. I'm not that guy. Don't point fingers at me. Jazzmaster or Telly? I'm still going to stick with a Telly. That being said, Jazz Masters are fire. I looked like that. I can't help it. It's genetics, dude. I can't help this mug. I can't help what I look like. Everybody just calm down. Let's see. um, do not apologize, bro. All fun and games. Classic Vibes do have more value. Classic Vibe from Fender is a shockingly good guitar. Anybody that doesn't know what that is, go to Guitar Center or, any local music store. If they have Classic Vibe, just forget about the fact that it's not American made. Just close your eyes and ignore that. It's amazing. Um, let's see. I just want to make sure I'm caught up on this chat. But yeah, real quick, closing up on Tellys. Select one classic Telly blindfolded. Do it blindfolded. Don't worry about the color. Don't worry about nothing, man. Blindfold. Just accept it for what it is. You did already miss that, Jason. I actually have a video coming out about this guitar soon. Um, this guitar was played at Red Rocks Amphitheater for many years from an employee. And then 3.5 years ago, I traded a PRS for it, and it's been my number one since. Peace. Thank you so very much for coming by. Guitar Sense, thank you so much for watching. You rock, and everything about you is wonderful. All right. That strap looks awesome with that guitar. Thank you so much. I've had this strap for like 12 years. Subbed. Thank you so much. Mwah. I have a lot of content coming, so I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have fun. That's what this is all about. Having fun, playing music, and just being wonderful human beings. And drinking coffee. Let's go. But yeah, I've always been a fan of John Sir. And this guy who worked at Red Rocks Amphitheater, he wanted a trade. At the time, the value made sense, the PRS for this, so I did it. And it's just the perfect weight and the way it sits and the way that it looks. These Seymour Duncans are amazing. That's a Pearly Gates. That's a quarter pounder. Um, Still just a simple three-way volume and tone. But this is the bridge. You got the neck humbucker. It just rocks. This just kicked up in the feed. Brand new subscriber. Thank you so much for coming by. My name is Zach. I've been doing this for about 5 months. I talk about all things music. I talk about bands, guitars, tones, you name it, and try to make you laugh a little bit here and there. So I hope you enjoy the content. I upload shorts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I try to do a long form every Tuesday and Thursday if I can. It's a lot to keep up with, but I really hope that you enjoy the content. Can't wait for the Warmth. Dude, I'm working on that. How many subs do I have now? 4,560 something. I don't really know. I care. I don't really care much about the subscriber number. What I care about is, are people watching and enjoying? That's it. So, like, if there's a person that watches 10 of my videos, right? They don't hit subscribe. They don't comment. They don't like. They do not engage at all. But they like it and they enjoy it, even if I don't know that. That's all that matters to me. That's what I'm cool with. But yeah, I can't wait for the Warmth build. I don't really know how I'm going to get all the parts for it. Right now, it looks like the Jazzmaster's winning, and then Humbucker's won. I was hoping for P90s, dude. I was hoping for P90s, but yeah, I know it's going down a grungy hole, huh? I spoke with a local pickup company here in Denver, and he seemed interested. But then he's been kind of dodging me ever since. Um, I really, honestly, what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go back to my old career. It was a well-paying job, but just to fund this channel and keep these projects going, I want to keep building more with you guys. Like, if I could do 2 or 3 custom builds a year, and you guys are the ones choosing it, that would be sick. Get back on track, man. Ooh, what was I? Somebody help me. What am I getting on back on track about? I'm kind of just flowing with the comments here. You have to excuse me. To finish up about the Sir Telly, I will say it's my number one guitar. I'll never sell it. Like, medium C shape, stainless steel frets, compound radius, 12 to 16 inch. This is the butter. Buying a guitar years ago. Yeah, so that was this guy. I did the trade, and once I put these Seymour Duncans in, which these have been in here for probably 2.5, yeah, just over 2.5 years. Haven't touched it, just played it. I sold all my other guitars. I've got this one, a John Page Strat, and then a Project Strat that I'm working on, but I just don't ever feel like I need anything else. Like, I really don't. When I stopped buying gear and I just focused on my playing, am I a great guitar player? No, but do I have fun with it? And are the tones good? And am I getting better than I was? Yes. Not buying so much gear helped with that. Hello. Hello, Saskia. Saskia? For the sake of not being offensive, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce your name. Fun is what matters. Dude, that's exactly right. And that's a big thing, dude. The amount of comments that I've gotten from people that are like, your playing should be better, or if you don't like this gear, then this is this. And it's like, bro, it's different for everyone. What kind of music people like and what kind of gear people like. Watch the show Rig Rundown from Premier Guitar. That show's been going on for what, 15 years or something like that? Make noise, have fun. See, Jason's got it. Jason's the GOAT right now. He understands. But what Premier Guitar and Rig Rundown has shown me is that anybody can play anything. Whether they're going quad cortex through the front of house and it's all digital, or whether it's Marshall stacks or whatever, they're all doing the same shit. It's all the same. It's just what do you like? You know, people talk down on digital. Guthrie Govan's the greatest guitar player alive. I've seen him before, played in a way that no other player has ever played in front of my face. And that dude's playing Fractal through full range flat response speaker cabinets on stage. Is he wrong? Hell no. That dude is goated. How often do I do the votes? His funky sound. Dude, Guthrie, that guy. I want to go see Hans Zimmer live because Guthrie is the touring guitar player for that show. I'm glad you found this channel too, Mini Guitar Society. Thank you so much. I just want to have fun talking about music, dude. If I can make a bunch of people laugh at the same time, that's my whole goal. I love this stuff. I may not be all that great, but I do love it. The votes for custom guitar, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I did that on a whim. I literally was like, because I always want to find a way to like talk to you guys directly and connect with you guys, right? This channel is not about me. I want to build like a community if I can of just regardless of your skill level, regardless of where you are in music, do you love it? If you do, this is the spot. I just one day put up the poll to see what would happen. I think I got like 800 votes. The pickup vote just got over 1,000. So now I'm like, oh, okay. So how do I actually do it? I am going to do it and it is going to happen soon. I promise. Flipside Music, the local store that I work with, they're going to help me a little bit. Honestly, I don't know how often. I'm just, let's see. This week, I'm going to make an upload about the pickup vote. And then probably the next day, I'm going to make the next poll. So right now, it's Jazzmaster and Humbuckers. And then after that, I'm probably going to vote on what kind of humbucker. Low output, medium output, high output, covered, not covered. Like, figure that out, right? Maybe once a week. I don't know how long it's going to take. I just know that I am going to complete it, even if I just have to spend all my own money. That's the other thing, too. Not a huge YouTube channel. You know what I mean? It's cool. I love you guys. What we're building here is great, but it's not super big. I'm scared for the bridge vote. Me too. I know, because like if it's two humbuckers and then they're like do the Jazzmaster bridge tremolo thing, I don't know that I want that. Jason, spoiler alert, my guy, in the works, bud. Promise you that. I have a pass to go to NAMM in January, and I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of content in NAMM. All of that is going to be with Flipside as well. Real quick on that. So Flipside Music in Denver, it is a real guitar store. Like I'm talking, I think they have 800 pedals for sale. The whole pedal section looks crazy. You've got an acoustic section and then a bunch of electrics on the floor with like sound retardant rooms that you can go in with a bunch of amps. Go to the back of the store. There's two more soundproofed rooms with a whole bunch of amps and stuff. You could try whatever you want. And then in the back, there's a giant room that is set up for bands. It's set up for, I mean, all kinds of folks that can set up in there. Huge room, stage lights, and bands have set up there to play before. It's very, very cool. And speaking of NAMM, I did want to talk about that a little bit. So I don't know how I want to present NAMM to y'all. So many creators do the NAMM thing, and it's for the sake of networking and like meeting people. I just want to make friends, dude. I'm not a good enough player to hang with all the people at NAMM. Just not, right? I love gear, but my big thing is just seeing the brands and engaging with these people that make our hobby so amazing. You know what I mean? That's like the biggest thing about NAMM for me is just that. And I don't know how to make the content for that, figuring that out. Mr. Heister, what up? Yo, 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 thank you so much for coming. Have people talk about their first guitar. No, that's true. See, it's weird though. I just like talking to people like people. So like let's say I ran into Greg Koch. If you don't know who Greg Koch is, one of the greatest guitar players currently alive. I don't even know that I want to have like a conversation with him about guitar. I kind of just want to meet him, shake his hand, say what's up, maybe play a little bit of guitar, just chill. And then like, what's your favorite football team, man? You know, it's like it's I don't know. I just know that I want to have fun with it. And for those of you that don't go to NAMM, find my own way of presenting you that footage because again, yeah, exactly. It would be more relaxed, but I don't know that I want to get that on film. I think I want to highlight gear, I want to highlight companies, but I'm not chasing that influencer thing in that way, if that makes any sense. I just love music and I love the people that decide to do it for a living. It's a wonderful hobby, and the people that throw themselves into it, like getting to know them would just be great. Anymore, I'm really just focused on having fun. I want to make dope content for you guys if I can and try to become a better guitar player. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Jason. That's definitely what I want. I want to just like hang out with these folks, make friends, act like I've been there before. Just have a good time, play some good music, meet some people in the industry, and then get enough footage to where I can show you guys. Let's be real. Anybody here watch Andertons? Lee Anderton? I'm sure you do. That's the best coverage of NAMM you're going to find. It's 40-minute episodes about every single guitar brand. Like, what? I'm going to go back to the clean channel on this Rev. Let's see here. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Just want them to be super comfy and like just get to know people. Update on the tones. This is a Hall reverb from my Helix going through the effects loop of the Rev G20 on the clean channel. And then this Strymon EC1 is giving us some tape delay. It's got a knob on it for tape age. So it's like the older you make the tape sound, almost like the looser and less tight that it gets. Will I make songs in the future? Uh, I think so. I'm learning to sing right now, and the whole point of that is to find a way to express myself musically. I fall into the category of human where probably 8 years of my 13 years of playing guitar, I would go into my room, dropped my pick, professional, what up? I would go into my room, I'd plug in for 10 minutes, and I'd go, and that's about it. I would call that practice, and then I would cruise off somewhere. You know what I mean? I would just spend all my money on gear. I had custom shop Gibson, custom shop Fender, yada 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 yada. The gear was way more expensive than my playing had to offer. So I wasted a lot of time in that regard. I don't really know how to write songs, man. I know how to play chord progressions, but you don't have any band members. Well, it's better than not having any song ideas. The good news is with modern plugins and stuff, you can very easily write music yourself. Not easily, but there's definitely ways to do it. Got some pizza for dinner. You know what, man? Don't share that with me. I've been on a diet for 1100 years and pizza sounds fire. What kind of pizza did you get? Type it slowly. Uh, but yeah, regarding writing songs, I am learning how to sing, which is dope. And then triads. I've been learning triads a lot. It's you're on the seafood diet, get out of here. Regarding the triad stuff, I'm gonna turn off that tape delay. Um burnt pizza sucks. Regarding triads, this thing of like, well, this is an A, right? And then it's like, well, that's an A too. That's an A. That's an A. That's an A. Once you start learning these close grouped triads, and it's like, without really moving my hand much, I just played 6 A chords, right? But now you just apply that to, okay, well, there's A. Well, there's the closest B. For C, you could go here. And it's just, for C would be here, D would be here. It becomes easier as opposed to just looking for like power chords or bar chords. So now I really do want to learn how to write music just because the rhythm side of things is happening for sure. Oh man, I love playing guitar. Even if it's just a little bit here and there, picking up the guitar and just playing. Anybody here do that where there's no goal in mind? Just you go to your space, get a cool little lighting setup, and just play for the sake of playing, even if it doesn't go together. Ooh! Let's see. Oh, dude, you're the guy that messaged me on Instagram. Yeah, by the way, if anybody ever wants to send me a message, Audibly Dumbs on Instagram, go ahead and hit that. Um, yeah, dude, thank you for sharing your builds with me. It's super cool. Honestly, it kind of helped inspire me to do the build that I'm doing right now. Very, very sick. And I can't remember the name of the red that you used, but it looked fire. It was almost like a faded Fiesta red. Very, very cool. You practice a couple hours a day, dog? Good for you. I ain't got it like that. Sometimes I do, but okay. Anybody else here? there's a thing that happens, and I can't get it all the time, but when my left hand in particular is nice and warmed up, there are sometimes just feels like I could play anything. Any note that I go for, any lick that I go for, both hands just work at the same time perfectly. Those are the moments that I'm chasing. If I hear it in my head without even really thinking about the theory, I hear a note or a way for it to go, and then it just goes. Those are the moments I chase. You have to focus on what see read that comment from Jason right there for me. Focus on what you enjoy. If you want to be a guitar player, master your craft. If you want to make entire songs, do that. You know who's a great example of that? Noel Gallagher from Oasis. Go watch his interview with that pedal show. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. He often says that if he had focused on being a super proficient, flashy guitar player, you would have never gotten those amazing songs of the 90s. So it's like, do we want to make fun of people that just strum cowboy chords or whatever? Yeah, it's easy to make fun of those people. But let's be real. Even if you're not an Oasis fan, you wish you wrote Champagne Supernova. You wish you wrote Don't Look Back in Anger, dog. Lit. That band, one of my personal favorites. From a songwriting perspective, stop, dude. Unbelievable. Yeah, you can't master both. Very few people can. One will for sure suffer. You're absolutely right. Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of those bands, dude. The song, the song is the song is the song. And their producer, Rick Rubin, as a creative individual like myself, I worship that man. That dude has such good advice. Sonata third move thingy. Um, I don't know what that is. Teach me to play Wonderwall. UltimateTabs.com, babes. And Marty Schwartz. There's your answer. But yeah, good job that you're a John Frusciante fan. That dude is crazy. What's that? Uh, so hard. Yeah. So like I just struggled right there to play that. He plays that live for like 3 minutes straight, and then he sings while he does it. Holy shit. Josh Klinghoffer, is that his last name? The dude that took over for him while he was gone. That dude was a crazy musician too. Moonlight Sonata, third movement on guitar. I could probably learn it. That's for sure. I'm down to try and learn anything. Dave Navarro. Yeah, dude. Dave Navarro was sick. I love Led Zeppelin. Kidding. Yeah, Jane's Addiction. Fire. Is it weird that I play that riff? You play that riff just downpicked? When I first started learning guitar, downpicking is all I did. I can't even do it now. That's like James Hetfield, like his ability to downstroke. When I saw Metallica, that was the one thing. Like I can't do it. I have to alternate pick. One day when I was like 22, my alternate picking was trash. I just forced myself. But those last three notes were uppicked. I can't not do it. Um, I didn't know Dave Navarro was on that Red Hot Chili Pepper album. That's crazy. Can I make tabs for Hinder? What was that song? It's like, go home, get stoned. We could end up making love instead of misery. Is that the lyric? Did I just do that? I haven't heard that song in 15 years. Hell yeah. I can't remember what I made for dinner last night, but I can remember Hinder's Get Stoned from 15 years ago. Jesus. Dave Mustaine playing Ride the Lightning Faster on the new album. I'll give you my thoughts, and that is I don't really have them. The whole Mustaine Metallica thing, it's like, bro, music is music is music. Homie fucked up, like in a real way early on. Got a little screwed over too. Uh, Good for him. Play it faster, play it slower. Don't play it at all. I don't really care. I'm not a giant Metallica person. I don't really go out of my way. That being said, I'm halfway through Stranger Things season 4. I know what happens at the end. Eddie Munson, one of the greatest scenes in television history. This is the third time I'm bringing up Stranger Things on this live stream, by the way. Uh, Maybe the greatest show ever made, right? Anybody else here feel that way? Maybe the greatest show ever made. It's got everything. The actors are to the new season. Dude, the whole thing of half gets released on Thanksgiving, the other half at Christmas, and then the New Year, Doge. January 1st is my wedding anniversary with my wife. We're celebrating with Stranger Things. It's just the show, once the budget caught up with, again, no spoilers. This is like public information, bro. We're good. You got a lot of Stranger Things to watch, though. Yeah, no spoilers have been given. Um, the sound quality to the show, not just the soundtrack, but their use of sound as the show got on. And once the budget matched up with the caliber of actors and the story, like season 3 and 4 of Stranger Things is maybe like my favorite piece of television ever. Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time, but season 3 and 4 of Stranger Things is unbelievable. I don't know why I just played that. That was dope. A lot of plucky notes in there. I'm not perfect, but hey, no one is, aside from Guthrie Gilvin and Stranger Things. What up? Pick of Destiny is kind of a classic, bro. Pick of Destiny is beyond fire. Running Up That Hill being built into the show. Iron Feet, thank you for joining me. If you actually are leaving right now, have fun with Stranger Things. It is definitely worth ripping through it. By the time you hit season 3, season 4, you're going to be like, what? But yeah, Running Up That Hill. You know what's crazy? I don't know if you know this, Jason. That song, the Kate Bush owned it. So, like, she owned the rights to the song and everything, owned her publishing. So when that song took off, that lady made millions, dog. Millions in like a month. It's crazy. I see your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sincerely. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I just post all the time, man. I love music. I love making content. I love talking with you guys. Thank you for being part of that. I really do appreciate it. When I started Audibly Dumb, I just wanted to like talk about music and stuff. I think my first video ever was about Sleep Token. And like you guys just started watching and you haven't stopped. And it means the world to me, sincerely. I've got an unbelievably large amount of projects I'm working on right now. There's a ton of content coming. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Uh, yeah, it's wild. Right now, things are a little bit stagnant, but then I go through these spurts where a lot of you guys just come all at once and it's great. It really is great. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I've always been a big stand-up comedy fan too. I've been a big fan of stand-up comedy. I always wanted to do it any way that I can make you guys laugh, just entertain you. You know what I mean? As hard as I have to work, whatever it takes. Like you guys, if you choose to give me some of your time, it really means the world to me. Thank you so much. Um, and yeah, thanks, Jason. Yeah, for sure. I should be coming back to Florida probably a month or so, and I'll definitely hit you up when I'm in town. We'll grab lunch, pal. Sons of Audibly. Let's go. The Sons of Dumb. I really hate I put dumb in the name. Because like no matter what happens from this point forward, that said, you'd be amazed how many people don't get the joke. The amount of people that are like trying to take me seriously. I tried as hard as I could to make it very evident that I'm an idiot. And doesn't matter. Wild. Uh, let's see. What do you think? Top 5 rules for rhythm guitar. I can tell you right now, I'm actually working on a video for this currently. And then I'm actually going to sign off around the hour mark, guys. I'm going to be heading off here in just a second. I'm going to give you my real quick thoughts on the 5 things. I actually have some notes about this. The 5 things that I think will make a great guitar player. And I think anybody can do it. Actually, do I have it on my laptop? I really actually glad you brought that up. Whether you're rhythm, lead, whatever. And I'm currently working on this myself. I got the notes right here. Number 1, learn where every note is on the neck. And that is easier than you would think. Just mainly because when you sit there and you go, okay, there's an A here. All right, we've got an open A here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. Like you can find little cheat ways to find where it all is. But if you can learn where all the notes are, when you start getting into scales and such, that just becomes easier because you can visualize, okay, these are all the notes and we're branching off of this specific note in this position, right? So learning where all the notes are is great. And then I mentioned scales. That's number 2. Major, minor, pentatonic, and blues. Those 4. I did a video on monster scales and modes. That's a great book for that. But the idea is what a lot of people, this is what happens. A lot of people, they learn this. Right? And then at some point, okay, no, you can't do it. They learn that. They go pentatonic, fantastic. And then maybe they learn the 1 fret lower, and then maybe they learn, right? So what you wind up with is something like that. That's what people learn. When I say learn full major and minor scales, well, here's the thing, right? If you're gonna go minor, right? Well, the pentatonic is in that. You just have to take out a couple notes. If we're gonna go major, right? Again, the major pentatonic is in that. So in learning the whole scale, you're also learning the pentatonic. So you're doubling up. But then the other thing is you learn modes. People get scared. What's a mode? What is a mode? I'm going to go on a little bit here. This is fun. Thank you so much. The idea is we go major, let's just say. The next position of that looks like that's a different scale shape. That next shape, if I play it without moving my fingers, you basically get the next mode. So if this is major, take that scale shape from here, play that same shape, just don't move your hand. You really only need to learn 5 scale shapes and then learn how to move them all over the neck, and you get all the different modes with that. Gibson Tribute can be a great guitar. Also, great SGs can be found for not how to grip C minor without breaking fingers. It's the same as everything else, right? Uh, Real quick tip for you. If you're talking about the key of C, position 1 would be minor. If you go to where the C is in the 4th position, so you know how it's like 1, 4, 5? Well, C1 would be here. The 4 position, I call it, would be here. You have G, C, and D. Find wherever that C is in that 4th position and play the 4th degree of the scale, I think is what it is. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the idea is here would be position 1 minor, pentatonic, play the 4th scale shape, but down here, that is also in the key of C. So you wind up with this. Move up 2 frets. Now you're in position 5. 2 more frets up, and you're back in the root position. Cool way to navigate the fretboard. Free and easier. Kind of, yeah. All of that was in C minor. And that's just knowing how the scales fall. And that actually goes into number 3 here. This is the third tip that I would have is learning triads. I kind of mentioned it earlier. Being able to see close grouped triads. You just are able to get so many more textures outside of just playing scales, you know? And learning them everywhere, not just on specific string sets, but learning them all over the neck. I am going to wrap up here in a second. So, yeah, essentially, if you learn where all the notes are on the neck, you learn the full major, minor, pentatonic, and blues scales. Learn triads. Spend the time. Tim Pierce, Corey Congilio, unbelievable content creators with plenty of free content, right? On these very topics. That's what I'm working through right now. Number 4, practice over backing tracks, but don't just endlessly solo in the pentatonic shape. If the backing track is in A, don't just spend 15 minutes. All right, you're leaving now. Okay, so go watch those people. Tim Pierce, Corey Congilio, fantastic creators. Practice over backing tracks as the chords change. Use the triads. And then finally learn a bunch of songs. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me. You rock. I'm going to try to do this every Sunday. Thank you so much for coming. Mwah to you and your family. But yeah, number 5 is just learn a bunch of songs. Kyle, this guy. Kyle, what are you doing, Kyle? You're coming in at the very end, bro, but it's okay. It's good to see you. Me love you long time. But yeah, the 5th step, learn a bunch of songs. Take care, Jason. Appreciate you, man. Um, by the time you do these 5 steps, you now know a lot of songs you could play. Thank you so much. I'll see you every Sunday, dude. But yeah, songs give you a sense of timing, especially if you don't have bandmates. Learn songs. Learn why the structures work, right? Figure it out in that way. Practice improvising over backing tracks. Learn your triads, learn your scales, and learn every note on the neck. If we could do those 5 things, we could become exceptional guitar players just by doing that. Way better than you think you can, regardless of your current skill set. If you took the time to just learn those 5 things, amazing, 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 amazing. This is why you do need to obsessively look at your phone. Should you post your song demos? All right, I'll hit you with this before I go. It is good to see you too, Kyle. Genuinely, thank you so much. Post whatever you want. You know what I mean? I post 5 or 6 times a week. Could somebody very easily try to steal a concept or something I do or a lick or whatever? Sure, fine. But nobody can do what I do the way I do it because I'm me. I could not do what you do the way you do it because you're you. Own the fact that you're you and post with intent. That's all I can say. If somebody bigger than you steals something you did, that just means you're on the right track, dude. Genuinely. Be true to yourself, love yourself, have a great time, take passion in your art, and just full send. That's the other thing too. Being perfectly real, like you have to think, is my stuff worth getting stolen? You have to think about that. Would somebody steal your stuff? I don't know. Who cares? Full send. The world is your oyster. Right? Anybody who's listening right now, all 8 of you, I'm going to leave you with this before I sign off. I say a lot of stupid stuff on this channel, but genuinely, what I feel, if you're a creative person, whether that be art, like drawing, if it's music, if it's whatever, if you're a creative human, you owe it to yourself to just worry about, is this what I like? To quote Rick Rubin, if you're making something, right, and you water it down, what's going to happen is this: the people that would have loved it won't like it as much, and the people that would have hated it would only think it's passable. You tried to please more people, right? I would rather 4 people hate what I do. Screw it. I'd rather 6 people hate what I do and 4 people love what I do than have 10 people just think it's okay. Be true to yourself, be true to your art, whatever that looks like. If all you can currently do is play A minor pentatonic, I need eyes closed. I need Own it, babes. Own that shit. That's it. Get better if you want. Don't get better if you want. Have fun. Express it. Peanut Boy, thank you so much, man. I'm just about to sign off, but I've seen you a bunch. Thank you so much for helping support the channel. You rock. People can't see. Yeah, exactly. Who cares? It really doesn't matter. Express yourself the way that you want. If some people don't like that, well, that's fine. It wasn't for them. I think that way about bands too. It's not a band's job to make music that we like. It is a it is a band's or a musician's job to make music the best way they can. It's our job to get there, right? When people say selling out, I think that's what they mean is when a band starts trying to tailor to more people. Don't hate the player, hate the game. They're trying to make their money. I understand that. But let's see, for people are seriously afraid. Be the danger. This is Walter White. Jesus. If you ever make merch, you're buying it. Thank you so much. I guess spoiler alert, merch is in the works. I'm working on it. But yeah, you look at bands like the Grateful Dead, right? I struggle with that band. I'm not a huge fan of the songs. I have to get there. Steely Dan, I get the legendary status, I get the musicianship, I get it's so top tier and all that. I'm just not there. The band Tool, that's a more modern, great example. For a long time, I did not listen to Tool. It took work for me to get there. Now, Tool's one of the greatest bands of all time. I listen to Tool very frequently. I just went on a run where for 2 months, I listened to Tool more than any other band. You know, you want to talk about Lateralis, Numa, Anima? What? That shit's crazy. That music is crazy. It's not Tool's job to make it simple for the masses. It's Tool's job to just do what Tool does. The rest works out great, you know? But it has been an hour and 12 minutes, guys. I told my wife I was going to go for 30 minutes when I started this, so that's crazy. Dire Straits, another kind of great example. Now, they had some commercial success on the radio and stuff, but killer guitar work. They liked what they did. They pushed the boundaries. Bang. Go listen to old Boston. Nothing sounded like Boston when Boston came out. That music was lit. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. But thank you guys so much for hanging with me. I really do appreciate it. To sign off, my name is Zach. This has been Audibly Dumb. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I say something's cool, it's because it fucking is. And thank you so much for the hang. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this every single Sunday. Thank you so much for supporting Audibly Dumb. Thank you very much for watching the content. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Street and killed all commercial success. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There we go. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next Sunday. I do believe a new upload goes up tomorrow. You'll get a short tomorrow at 11 a.m. You all are beautiful people. Have a fantastic Sunday. Was to you all.